Hello everybody and welcome to the final teaching video. Today I'm going to be talking about hemopoiesis or hematopoiesis, which is the formation of blood cells in our body. This is greatly important for us to maintain homeostasis because our body needs to make more blood since our other blood cells die in order to get blood to all the different parts of our body. So it is essential. So I have created a tree to go over hemopoiesis and explain it in depth. So we're going to go ahead and start with that. So hemopoiesis, the formation of blood cells, it occurs in the red bone marrow of our bodies, which can be in our pelvis, our ribs, different bones in our body, and it's going to start with just a basic cell. So the first cell that we have is a hematopoietic cell, and we start with this cell, which is general, but then it differentiates into different kinds of cells depending on what your body's in need of. So the first side, we have a myeloid stem cell. This is going to create a variety of different cells. So we have erythrocytes, which are your red blood cells. Those carry oxygen, which go to different parts of your body, so those are essential. We have megakaryocytes. Those create platelets, which are going to help with the clotting of your blood, so also very important. And then we have white blood cells. We have our neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, and those fight against infection, bacterial infections, different things like that, which are essential again in our body maintaining homeostasis. Then we have the lymphoid branch, lymphoid stem cells, which are another type of cell we can branch off to, and those create other types of white blood cells. We have B cells, T cells, and killer cells. These have specific jobs when it comes to fighting different things in your body, making antibodies to fight different types of germs in your body. We can help destroy infected cells, and then the killer cells are going to target like your cancer cells and abnormal cells like that we don't want in our bodies. All of this is regulated by these different stimulating factors, which are kind of determining in your body, hey, what do we need? What types of cells do we need? How many do we need? And so we'll get into that a little bit more with the next page. So we're going to go into depth about red blood cell, white blood cell, and platelet formation, considering those are three essential cells that need to be made according to blood. So red blood cells. So this is stimulated by a hormone called erythropoietin, which is created in your kidneys, and your kidneys kind of get the memo, hey, we need more of this, or hey, we need less of this. If your body has a low red blood cell count and you decide you need more of it, you will go into hypoxemia, and that is oxygen deficiency, and then your kidneys are going to increase the EPO or erythropoietin that your body's making in order to make more red blood cells. So that's kind of what this process looks like here. We have a progenitor cell, which is just the basic type, and then it gets committed to a certain type when it gets that stimulating factor or the erythropoietin. It branches down, they reduce in cell size, and then they start making hemoglobin, and then eventually they go into red blood cells. And that's kind of how your body makes red blood cells and decides whether or not you are in need of them. Now we're going to go on to white blood cells and platelets. The production of granulocytes and macrophages. So kind of the same, we branch off. These are different colony stimulating factors, which is the stimulating factor for white blood cells. And then these levels are remaining mostly constant until your body decides, hey, we have an infection and we need to fight it. And then this is commonly secreted by mature lymphocytes, which we saw over here on our tree. Now we have platelets. Platelets comes from the megakaryocytes, so these big cells that are created through excess of DNA replication. This is their cytoplasm. It breaks off into platelets, and platelets are essential for the clotting of your blood. Platelets are created through a negative feedback loop, where when your body detects you have a low platelet count, you're making more. So that's the white blood cells, red blood cells, and platelets and how those are created. essentially the formation of blood cells in your body. We can't do without it. Our cells die, we need to generate more, and we have to do this in order to maintain homeostasis in our body, so it is 100% essential. Thanks for coming to my last teaching video, and I wish you all an amazing summer.